Hey guys, today we're driving the 2022 Kia K5 GT line, formerly known as the Kia Optima. For 2022, we've got some new features. We've got a very nice interior. This comes in around $28,000 for a starting price. The vehicle we have as equipped today is $31 grand. That includes a premium package, all-wheel drive. We have a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 180 horsepower. That's mated to an 8-speed automatic. We have a heated steering wheel, heated seats, a bunch of different drive modes, this 10.3-inch touchscreen, which is very nice. I have quite an attractive interior and just a lot of neat features. Let's walk you around this new Kia K5, show you what it looks like inside and out, and we'll take it for a drive. We've got a pretty snowy day. They haven't quite cleared the roads yet in Michigan, so we'll get a chance to test the traction of the all-wheel drive system in this Kia K5. First of all, I love this color. It's called Wolf Gray, and it's a little bit of an extra option. I think around a $400 option, but I think it's well worth it. Just a sharp color. I think it contrasts really nicely with the design of this car. The amber DRLs look very cool on the front end of this Kia K5. For 2022, all K5s have the new Kia logo. This has 18-inch wheels. We're on Pirelli P0 all-season tires. The rear end of this car is really sharp too. Kind of reminds me of the Stinger, but of course more sedan-like. Automatic opening trunk, really nice wide opening section here. You can fold down the seats very easily with these two pull tabs. Do we have a spare tire? We do have a spare tire. Look at that, compact spare, very nice. Yeah, nice packaging here. This K5 competes with the likes of the Honda Accord and the Toyota Camry. Pretty nice looking back seat. I love the interior on this GT line. Really nice red leather seats. Pretty good amount of legroom too. Seats are comfortable. They're leaned back nicely. We've got a little cup holder back there, armrest, 2 USB Type A ports. And I like seeing seat backs with seat pockets these days. I like the flat bottom steering wheel. The dash is looking pretty good. I mean, there's still some elements here from the old Kia Optima, but I think they've done a nice job keeping this interior fresh and modern and very attractive. Considering the pricing too, this is a pretty good value. Let's take a look under the hood at that 1.6 liter turbo. This averages about 28 miles to the gallon combined. Not bad for an all-wheel drive sedan. 180 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque. All right, let's show you around the front seat, and then we'll take this thing out on the road. So, as many of you know, I'm a pretty big fan with what Kia has been doing with their interiors the last 5-6 years or so. This is no different. Really easy to use ergonomics, very user-friendly space in here. Buttons for everything, minimal gloss black throughout, easy climate control system. You've got one of 3 auto fan speed settings, which is very nice. And let's take a look at the reverse camera. We just have a standard reverse camera with a compass. So no 360 cam in this GT line, but I believe you can probably get one in a higher trim model. This GT line though is a nice sweet spot. You can also get the Kia K5 GT, which is just shy of 300 horsepower. That would be exciting to test someday. Maybe we'll get our hands on one. We are getting a Kia Stinger in next week, so I will report on that. It's been a while since we've had a Kia Stinger GT. It'd be fun to drive that around in the winter. Over to the left here, we've got our gauge cluster illumination button, our lane keeping assist and traction control off. And yes, you can turn everything off in this K5 GT and do some all-wheel drive slides. Cruise control settings and buttons are over here to the right, and you've got your volume, track selection, talk, hang up, and answer phone modes. All that's good stuff over here. We have a few different drive modes: Sport, Custom, Snow, Normal, and Smart. I've just been leaving it in Normal, but Custom actually might be kind of fun. Let's go into our setup here and see if we can change that around. We have a nice touchscreen, pretty typical for what Kia is doing these days. So if we go into our drive mode, Custom, we can make our powertrain normal or sport and our steering normal or sport. Two options. Nothing like what you get with some N models from Hyundai, but definitely a little bit of adjustability, which is nice. I actually really like this space to put your phone and wirelessly charge it. Of course, we're plugged in with a cable today, but it's just kind of this little pocket that it goes in, and I've had really good luck with the Qi wireless charging this week because it keeps it pressed against the charging element. Nice little center console there. Nice other little space to put devices and phones and what have you. Again, lined with a rubber mat at the bottom so you can easily clean it, and it doesn't allow things to rattle around as much. Take a look at these seats. There's a little GT line logo embossed in there. Nice panoramic sunroof. Got a little bit of ice on there today, so it's going to be making a little bit of noise. That's okay though. Close that with a shade. I guess I'll show you guys the sunroof operation. There we go. A little bit confused. Here we go. Yeah, you one press it to open and close. You can go up, down. All right, we'll just leave it like that. Too much ice. Do these slide? They do. Very nice. Same funky looking shifter, but at least it's a real shifter and we don't have any silly push buttons, which I appreciate. Super easy car to live with this week. We drove one of these not too long ago. Let's go out again and see if anything has changed. Very light controls from this K5 GT line. Steering is feather light. Throttle's light. Brake pedal feels pretty light and natural and progressive. And from the factory, these Pirelli P0 all seasons seem to have a pretty decent amount of winter traction. We've had some snow and ice this week, and I mean, besides just getting a dedicated winter tire, these will definitely get you through anything you need to. I think they've done a nicer job than some other all seasons that I've tested recently from the factory. This all-wheel drive system is pretty standard, nothing too exciting about it. You can definitely slide this car around, but it is not really a very rear-biased system. No differentials or anything like that, but it does get the job done. If you need to get somewhere safely and securely in the wintertime, this will do the job. Seems like we get a decent amount of ground clearance from this K5, probably somewhere around 6 inches or so. Pretty typical for any sedan. That's full ABS right there. Nice traction out of that corner, even with stability control turned completely on. Let's disable that, see what happens. We're going to even go into sport mode. Nice. All right, roll tire traction back on. This week while driving this K5, ride quality's been nice. There's a little bit more road noise, cabin intrusion over bumps, I think, than its competitors. And I think that's one thing that makes this K5 show its age just a little bit, especially when you compare it to a lot of the other Kia models that are fresh, brand new, and coming out recently. But that said, Kia has done a really nice job of keeping this K5 looking and feeling fresh and not like it needs an update. That's probably one of my biggest complaints about the driving experience here is there is just a lot of road noise and wind noise at speed on the highway. Otherwise though, it's a very nice car to live with, very comfortable. Let's test out cruise control. So we've got radar cruise control, adaptive cruise. We can change our following distance super easily. We can turn on steering assist. And actually, let's get in the center lane for that. It seems to do a very nice job of keeping us centered between the lines. Doesn't even prompt you to touch the wheel that often. It should last about 30-45 seconds or so. It is extra windy today, but still a lot of wind noise on the highway in this K5. There isn't a ton of power here, but the engine and transmission programming seem to be pretty well calibrated for light throttle, mid throttle, full throttle applications. The 8-speed shifts quick enough. And because this is only a 1.6 liter, it's not super torquey in the low end, but once boost kicks in, it seems to do okay. One thing I will point out is that this week at higher highway speeds, I've been getting a very strange whistling sound from this driver's side mirror. Right there it is. Yep, kind of odd. I don't know what that is. It's only above 80 miles an hour. For a trim that's called the GT line, it would actually be nice to get a set of paddle shifters. Especially since the transmission is so responsive on downshifts. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot more of that weird whistle at speed here. Part of that must be the wind today. It is super windy. I appreciate the fact that we still get analog gauges here. They're just so simple, so easy to read. We do have a few different menus that we can see different settings and information. We can see our fuel economy, a compass. There's some options for speed, tire pressure, all-wheel drive system, power distribution, which is nice. And I also like how the 10-inch touchscreen here has been integrated into the dash. Not as slapped on like some of the infotainment displays these days. I know some people will appreciate that. And we're looking a little bit icy here, so we're going to slow down early. Maybe hit the snow. Here we go. Power from this 1.6 liter turbo feels nice. It's not super quick, but I think it's ample power for a vehicle in this class and price point. This powertrain is very smooth, shifts nicely. You know, it's kind of, because it's a turbocharged engine, it's kind of a little bit of an on-off switch with the throttle, but overall I think throttle tuning on this is pretty good. Oh yeah, lots of ice rolling around under the windshield there. Besides the wind and road noise in this K5 drives very nicely. No major complaints here. foot to the floor. Traction controls, figuring it all out. There we go. Alright guys, well those are my thoughts on the Kia K5. We'll keep this a relatively short drive. Conditions aren't really allowing us to do a whole lot with this thing today. But I think that's pretty much everything you need to know on this as far as just a driving impressions video. We have done some reviews on this before. I'm not sure we've driven the all-wheel drive Kia K5 in the past, but as a daily driving winter vehicle in the snow, it does quite well. From the factory. You don't have to go out and buy new tires. These all-seasons do a pretty nice job on their own, and that is good to see. Alright guys, well that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Look at that, it's still clean. I do like Kia's new logo. The brushed aluminum look is very sharp, even if it looks like K backwards N. Sharp looking car. Not sure it comes up to the quality and feel of the Accord. And it's definitely more exciting on the inside and outside than the Toyota Camry, but it's a nice consideration and a good option on the market. It has a fantastic warranty, and that's probably going to be very appealing to some. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain, 5-year, 60,000 basic warranty, and 5-year, 60,000 roadside assistance.